It's time now for the BHL 11 a.m. news report on this Saturday morning, going into Saturday afternoon, August 22nd, 2015. Good morning and afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins, and that's Robert Stevens.
How you doing, everybody?
Doing good today, and here's what's happening at the 11 a.m. news report on this Saturday morning, going into Saturday afternoon, August 22nd, 2015. And our top story at 11 a.m. here is in Paris, where the two American service members who tackled a gunman on a high-speed train traveling from Amsterdam to Paris rushed him even thought he was fully armed, then grabbed him by the neck and beat him over the head with an automatic rifle. Roughly 20,000 people turned out in Mobile, Alabama on Friday night for a pep rally for Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump. In Seoul, top aides to the leaders of the North and South Korea held talks at the Parmesan Truce Village starting in the border later on Saturday, raising hopes for an end to the standoff that put the rivals on the brink of an armed conflict. In Georgia, Macedonia, thousands of rain-soaked migrants stormed across Macedonia's border on Saturday as the police lobbied stun grenades and beat them with batons, struggling for reinforced Greece to stir their fall part of the belt into Western Europe. In the morning hours, Senator Ted Cruz on Friday night drew one of the largest crowds in Iowa of any candidate this year. Some 2,300 Christian conservatives who turned out for an unusual program featured Mr. Cruz called people victims of government. London, British police say a single-seater jet has crashed at a air show in southern New England, causing several casualties. As police said, the aircraft believed to be a Hawker Hunter fighter jet participating in a air show near Brighton, England. Kabul, 11 citizens and civilians were killed in a car bombing and causing widespread casualties, targeting a convoy of foreigners in downtown Kabul on Saturday, as Afghan officials said, coming after a series of Taliban attacks that have shaken the rest of the city since July. Washington, the second-in-command of the Islamic State jihadist group, has been killed in the U.S. airstrike in northern Iraq, the White House said on Friday. At Manila, the death toll in the Philippines from Typhoon Goni rose to 9 after more people were buried by landslides in the mountainous areas, officials said on Saturday. A new surveillance video has surfaced for an possible clue to solving a deadly bombing that central Bangkok had killed, as experts investigated the Iran shrine to the site of a deadly blast in central Bangkok. When they arrived at Jared Fogel's home last month, law enforcement officials were armed with more than a search warrant that rolled up with a mobile forensics laboratory that has revolutionized how Indiana investigates child exploitation. First Lieutenant Shay Haver of Corpus Cove, Texas, and Captain Christian Grant of Orange, Connecticut, and the first two women in U.S. history to complete the Elite Ranger training. This undated photo made available by the Miami-Dade Corrections Department shows Christian Colon, one of four South Florida vocational school students that have been charged with second-degree murder after the classmate Jose Amigrado, 17, was killed with a machete. U.S. District Judge Dolly G said officials of the Department of Homeland Security were unnecessarily dragging their feet on processing illegal child immigrants. Trader Kevin Loaded works on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange on Friday as the Dow Jones Industrial Average has plunged more than 530 points into the correction amid a global sell-off sparked by fears about China's slowing economy. In New York, the steep sell-off that pushed down the benchmark Standard & Poor's 500 index 5% over the 3 days may say more about the outlook for emerging markets. In Richmond, Virginia, residents have been billed tens of thousands of dollars to pay for the donation the state's most powerful electric company has made to publicly connect to charities, but according to the company records obtained by the Associated Press. In Tokyo, Toyota Motor Corporation has bid to reduce its risk from potentially lethal airbagging failure supplied by Tagada Corporation, has bought 13 million airbag inflators from Takata's rival. The science of tracking and predicting the path for hurricanes has improved in accuracy over the years, but there have been a little improvement in the accuracy of determining how intense the storms are going to be. Man-made climate change could be intensifying in California's drought, according to a new Columbia University study, as scientists have agreed that natural weather variations of natural form have caused lack of rain, but emergent school that fought through rises. With the help of the Ice Cube Neutrino Observatory, researchers have sifted for billions of subatomic particles, frozen textured about a kilometer in size, that gathered new and powerful evidence to the sport. A new study by researchers at the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health in Boston has found that women who consume moderate levels of alcohol every day are at risk of cancer. Dementia, not the evidence it was appeared to be, say academic brain scan has changed life expectancy and improvements in healthcare and lifestyle made current dementia out-of-date set of report. A new survey conducted by CDC has found that nearly 1 million Americans visit a doctor each year for eye infection mainly caused due to negligent handling of the contact lens. As kids go back to school, some of them worse than homework and the detention of many of them has mutated superlife strength in Illinois and 24 other states. Alright, take a look at New England Surgery 1104 here. In Fall River, a working fire at Fall River, Massachusetts at 1975 Pleasant Street. Fire and vacant school, multiple lines in use, and hearing reports as well. 5-alarm fire went through the roof. Here, telling news on level 5. Time now for a sports report. The Boston Red Sox will be taking on the Kansas City Royals in the third of a 4-game series at Fenway Park here, while the New England Patriots beat down to New Orleans to take on New Orleans Saints in the preseason game number 2 here. Houston Astros right-hander Mike Fierce spread the 11th no-hitter in franchise history last night as part of a 3-0 victory over the Los Angeles Dodgers. That's happening, folks. This is really happening. Tiger Woods followed up his 6-1 in first round with a 6-5 in second. He co-leads the Wyndham champion Tom Hodge after 36 holes in Greensboro, North Carolina. Woods will play in the final group. ESPN reports Dale Chris Bourne's place as a source of conflict in football. Peter Chill News time, 11:05. Time now for a travel report here, and Route 4 in the southbound side, a little slow around. Route 1 in North Kingstown here. 146 in the northbound side, a little slow around. Route 99 in Lincoln around here. Okay, out in the Cape here. Bourne Route 20 in the northbound side is so from Bourne throughout the Bourne Rotary here. Bourne Bridge in the southbound side, it's backed up here. Route 6 in the westbound side, it's backed up from Orleans all the way out to Dennis and Brewster. And then on the 6 westbound side, hit the brakes again from Barnstable all the way out to the Sagamore Bridge, doing an accident on Route 3 in the southbound side around Route 6 in Sagamore, so expect some delays around the Cape around Route 6 here. 20 in both ends, also around the Falmouth stretch. Route 3 in the northbound side, also around the Plymouth stretch, around the Plymouth Plantation Highway here. Mass Park on the westbound side, it's around Route 495 in West Brighton, and hit brakes again from Grafton all the way out to I-84 in Sturbridge. And Mass Park eastbound side, it's over the Charlton stretch here. 290 in the eastbound side, slow before Route 495 in Marlborough. 495 southbound, so from Berlin to Route 495 in Marlborough here. And Mass Park on the westbound side, got an accident in Framingham around Route 9 here. Southeast Expressway northbound side is so from Quincy all the way out to Southeast around the Mass Pike in Boston, and then Tiffany Hill Tunnel on the northbound side of Route 93, slow through the Boston stretch here. Up north, 393 and 95 looking good from 128 to the New Hampshire border here, and 495 here. On the northbound side, got an accident around Route 95 in the Newburyport here, and we got an accident at 95 on the northbound side here in Bucksford, so expect a few delays here. Up in New Hampshire, 93 in the northbound side also before Route 293 in Manchester, New Hampshire here, and 95 of both ends Hampton tolls, a little slow here. 93 in the southbound side also over the Hooks to Toll Plaza here. And main turnpike on the southbound side, so from Lewiston all the way out to Gray here. And 295, both ends Lewis around the main turnpike in Gardner here. Otherwise, a smooth sailing spin on highways and byways New England on this Saturday morning going into Saturday afternoon here. Alright, looking at MBTA alerts here. As the ferries are looking good, on the subway system it's looking good, and on the Commuter Rail, Franklin Line, train 1705, 920 from South Station delayed today, 10 to 15 minutes to the Amtrak signal problem here. Peter telling news times now, 11:08 on this Saturday morning going into Saturday afternoon here. It's time now for a weather report here, and hazardous weather outlook here, because day 1 today tonight there will be a low risk that showers and thunderstorms could produce localized urban and poor drainage flooded today, particularly across eastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island here. And day 7, Sunday for Friday, to be a low risk that showers and thunderstorms could produce localized urban and poor drainage flooded on Sunday, and be a moderate risk of a few strong to severe thunderstorms on Tuesday here. As we take a look at the radar, some spotty rain showers off Plymouth here and around Woods Hole around Falmouth here, and a lot of rain showers off the Boston Harbor and stretching off the main New Hampshire coastline here, and some patchy drizzle around Worcester here, and some patchy drizzly skies around Bristol and Plymouth County around North Central Providence County here. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this here. For today's chance of showers, thunderstorms, 7 storms, produce every rate. Cloud skies have about 79 degrees and northwest with about 6 miles an hour. Chest base is 40%. New rainfall amounts between the 10th quarter and 5 possible thunderstorms here. Tanks, scattered showers and thunderstorms. Areas of fog after 11 p.m. Otherwise, cloud skies are 66 degrees of light northeast wind. Chest base is 40%. New rainfall amounts less than 10 minutes. Check them have possible thunderstorms. Sunday, scattered showers and thunderstorms also possible at 9 a.m. Areas of fog before 11 a.m. Otherwise, cloud skies have about 78 degrees of northeast with about 5 to 9 miles an hour. Chest base is 40%. New rainfall amounts will 3 to 10 quarter. Check them have possible thunderstorms here. Saturday night, Petrobras was Muskaska low at 66 degrees and north for about 5 miles an hour. Monday, slight change of showers and thunderstorms. Petrobras before 9 a.m. was Muskaska have at 81 degrees and north for about 3 to 5 miles an hour. Anticipation 20%. Monday night, change of showers and thunderstorms may after 4 a.m. But Petrobras was Muskaska low at 65 degrees and anticipation 30%. Tuesday, showers and thunderstorms likely may up between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. Petrobras before 9 a.m. was Muskaska have at 81 degrees. Transportation 6%. Tonight, Petrobras got to 4 a.m. Rise mostly Casca low at 64 degrees. Wednesday, Petrobras before 8 a.m. Was mostly Casca have at 83 degrees. With that, most Casca low about 61 degrees. Thursday, Saturday, most Casca have at 81 about 58 degrees. After Friday, Casca have at 81 degrees. Here, currently here, not today, it's 75 degrees over Cascade. Humidity 79%. And that is coming in from the Peter Channel 11 a.m. news report on this Saturday morning, August 22nd, 2015. I'm Peter Wiggins. That's it. Have a good day, and I'll see you at 5 o'clock. Have a good day.